Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, you can't see me. It's the happy Highlander here. I'm driving down into the village to get some supplies. I was going to go to work today, but I have to go to Tummel, and the road to Tummel is very sort of lumpy, very hilly, and I think I'll get stuck because I need to take the trailer on the back as well. So I've had to cancel the work day. So there's plenty of things to be getting on with at the house, but I thought I'd just have a wee catch-up video. I still can't get hold of Gary, who's the mechanic that's going to do the MOT on the tank, my Mercedes Vario. And a few of us are getting quite concerned actually now. I sent him an email a couple of days ago to say, Gary, it isn't about the MOT anymore, it's about you, mate. Let us know you're alright. Gary's bought the garage in the Glen, but his big garage is in Glasgow, and that's where I have to take the tank for the MOT, because he's got big ramps there, and he's got the right sort of license to MOT the certain class that the Vario is, the tank is. It's a different class to ordinary car. So as you know, I'm holding back on the conversion of the tank until such time that I get the MOT. Good news is the eviction notice has been held back, as most of you probably know. If you don't know all the ins and outs in that, you'll find it in my other videos, and the title of the video gives the description. You know, I'm being evicted from my cottage, so what a wee bus and all that, carry on. So you'll find it without going through it all again. But yeah, I've been bought more time because the guy who used to own the house doesn't own the house anymore. Apparently he's given it or sold it to his son. So that means that if his son wants to take possession of it, he's going to have to start the process all over again. That's cool in the gang for me, because I've got plenty of work, even though it's winter time. I've got plenty of work. I've lost a day today because of the white fluffy stuff on the ground, but it's fine. I can just go next week. I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to enjoy it. Enjoy it. Spend a wee bit of time with my pals. That's you lot. Take you for a wee drive down the log side. Wait till you see this. Come on, I'll turn you around. Look, you can't even see the loch. The loch is actually there somewhere. Look. Aye, over there. Look how lovely this is. I absolutely love this time of year. I mean, I love all the seasons, but there's something quite refreshing about the snow on the ground, you know. It's like it gives everything a whitewash, cleans everything up sort of way. Winter Wonderland. The trouble is with this wee van, the alternator doesn't work. No, the alternator doesn't work. So every night I have to plug it in. I have to plug it in with a battery charger. And when I'm driving and I'm using the lights and the windy wipers, the battery dies quite quickly. So I need to be careful. Me and vehicles, we don't ever have much of a good relationship. Like my ex-wives. What's they say? Starts off good, ends up a pile of shite. There we go. Yeah, look at this, lovely. The trees. Smashing into. They don't plough the roads at the weekend or grit. They concentrate on the A9. And also, it's going to rain tonight and tomorrow. It's going to rain, so they're probably not going to bother because the rain's just going to wash it away anyway. I don't know if you remember, last time I did a video and I think I called it Mountains of Money Incoming. Well, if you remember that, what it is that it was the crypto, and I was telling you in that video that my portfolio, even though I don't have a lot of money in it, I used to have a couple of thousand or so, but I had to take it out to pay bills and such. I mean, the eviction had quite a lot to do with that, because I didn't go to work for 6 weeks because of being evicted from the house. I got quite depressed, so the bills, you know, the bills keep coming whether you're depressed or not. But so when I made that video, I think it was a week ago, maybe 6 days ago, my portfolio was 110% up. It's now just under 190% up, and the little bit of money I had in it is now it's getting to be quite a decent bit of money. So yeah, I mean it's still early days if you were to think about that side of things. You know, the investment for yourself. The one that I'm very keen on is XRP under a company called Ripple. When I bought them, when I started this, I'm very keen on XRP because of how proactive Ripple is in getting out there, making contracts, signing deals with countries and banks. I mean, it's a big deal. Anyway, when I was buying them, they were about 38 pence. They're £1.22 today. Oh shit. Alright, so money makes money. Aye, if you're interested in that kind of thing, you want to be. I mean, I'm certainly not any kind of, you know, money advisor. I'm certainly not a financial advisor. But I've been on it for nearly 18 months now. So if you do have any questions, I'll do my very best to answer them for you, the best I can. If you're interested in having a wee punt at this, because, like I've said before, the only system that isn't digitised is money. Very big system, you see, and they're going to digitise it, whether we like it or not. So, you know, might as well get on it. We'll always have cash, confident of that, but bigger transactions like houses, cars, boats, yachts, I don't know, giant things, that'll be done digitally through these operating systems like XRP. Bitcoin has just reached an all-time high. I think it's just about $100,000. It's just shy of £78,000. So yeah, I mean, like I say, if you've any questions about that, Frankie's been on it for a wee while, and I'll be happy to do my very best to point you in the right direction. You know, I can say, well, there's a door, go through that one and have a wee look for yourself. There's another door, go through that one, have a look for yourself. Alright, good luck mate. Right, I'll flip you around, and then you don't have to listen to my shite, and you can enjoy the lovely view. Right, here we go. I need to no crash first. See all that? Did you hear that? That's because there's a bit of rain. It's a bit sleety now, so the fresh snow that was on the trees is falling down in lumps. Great. I love this time of year. And you know the good thing about this time of year? There's no bloody midges. The wee beastie. You know, I think it wasn't for midges. All this land on the right hand side as we're going down the loch side, that'd be like housing estates. You know, just that builders won't come here and lay bricks because they're going to get bit to buggery by the wee beastie. So they're a blessing. Right, I'll pause you again. Might be getting boring for you. Actually, I'll pull in here. I'm just going to roll a wee smoke, have a wee cup of coffee. I'll show you the loch. We'll go down onto the beach, will we? I need to make sure this is flat. I don't want to get stuck. That should be fine. I think we'll be fine there. Come on, we'll go for a wee walk onto the down the loch side, onto the beach. Will we? That's what we'll do. Lovely. You don't see many of the mammals out today. That's those middle-aged men in lycra riding those skinny wee bicycles. Be careful, it's going to be awfully slippy. Yeah, look. What's the first thing an Eskimo teaches his wains? Don't eat yellow ice. Yeah, look at this. You can hardly see the other side. We're about half a mile to the village from here. Wait, I'll spin you around. About half a mile to the village. You can hardly see it. Fancy going skinny dipping? Your bits and bobs will shrivel up like a bloody walnut. Quite choppy as well, eh? So it's a northeast breeze we've got coming in, and it's a bloody cold bloody breeze. It's a breezy breeze. I don't know if you can hear me because it might be awfully windy. Like that. Oh, see this, by the way. This is certainly not anything political. 40 years ago this year, I joined the army as a boy. I've been wearing the shamag ever since. So I'm not making a statement in case anybody's thinking I am. Oh, bloody hell, slippy here. So we'll carry on driving down in this lovely weather. Maybe we'll make a snowman. Maybe go for a walk through the woods later. We'll see. Right, I'll pause you, see you in a bit. I just nearly got stuck there. I was trying to go up a wee brow, and the wheels were spinning and spinning and spinning. I thought, oh God, I'm going to end up going backwards here. But anyway, all's well that ends well. What a contrast. I mean, 2 weeks ago, it was 16 degrees. 16 degrees, and look at it now. I don't know what it is today. Just above zero, I think. But have you seen California? They've been hit with 19 inches of snow overnight, I think. I saw it on the YouTube this morning. I didn't watch the whole thing, but bloody hell, 19 inches. That's it. Everything stops. Snowflakes are interesting, aren't they? Everyone's different. Everyone's completely unique from the other one. And one snowflake won't do anything, really. But you put plenty of them together, they can stop society from moving. Stop a jumbo jet from flying, and stop a truck from moving. Power in numbers, eh, people? Power in numbers. So I'll be doing my best to get hold of the mechanic, but I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully he's going to be alright, because he's a smashing fella. And certainly that isn't like him, and it's certainly just, it's nothing to do with me, because plenty of other people have been trying to get hold of him, and they can't, so we're quite concerned. But we'll just have to see how things pan out this weekend, and hopefully I can get my MOT next week or something. Because once it's done, that's me, all guns blazing for the conversion. I think by the time the MOT's done, with all the work I've got, I'll probably have just about enough money for the conversion, or at least for most of it. It'll certainly be, you know, it'll be warm, I'll have electric, and it'll be livable. So there we go. But I am going to drag out the old eviction. I'm going to drag it out as long as I can. I mean, like I say, if a load of money fell out of the sky tomorrow, I'll just get the tank done and I'll go, because I don't want these negative things in my life. This horrible eviction from a horrible man, an inappropriate man, a creepy, inappropriate man. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. Oh, that's my pal Jerry. Right, so my mate Andy was on the phone this morning. I'm going to see my pal Andy because he's going to lend me some meat. I've been due meat for a year now from my pal on the east there. He's from me, and it just keeps not turning up. So my pal's going to lend me some meat. Imagine that. My pal's going to lend me some meat. Anyway, I was talking to him this morning on the phone. I'm going to go around and see him get a cup of coffee with him and that, get my meat. And he was telling me that, Jerry whose car it is there that we just seen, it was Jerry, he's come off the road yesterday, he came off the road yesterday and took out 20 feet of fencing across from the house that I look after up on the Highlands road, the Colt house. And he's awfully accident prone, is Jerry. If you ever come to Rannoch, Jerry does the archery, and that's how you do it, look. And Jerry does the archery, and he's a smashing fella. You can't no like Jerry. A couple of young lassies there, absolutely bloody soaking wet. They get stupid shoes on their feet, stupid daft wee shoes. They'll be frozen to death. Right, I'm away in the shop, get a couple of bits and bobs and that, and then we'll go for a wee drive back. Maybe go down the village way. It's awfully dramatic. Aye, we'll go down onto the bridge and we'll have a look at the river in the snow. Oops, wrong one. Just went in the shop, and as I came out, my two pals here, they're taking a photograph of me. I don't know why, so we'll do it to them. Well, I'm getting you back now. You're on YouTube. I'm going to get a thumbs down because of that face. Right, here we go, over the bridge. Voila. Look at my pretty little village. Wee church with snow on it. I'll certainly not be cutting any grass today, will I? Won't be getting much done at all. Did a decent. Yep. That's me just get to my pal Andy's house. Look, because he's going to lend me some meat. I bought him one of these. Ooh, looks lovely. In fact, I'm kind of sort of changing my mind. I might just take the meat and keep that. I'm only kidding. That's for him and his missus. Lovely. Anne's just had one of those hip operations. What a state she was in. She couldn't even walk the length of herself. And now, she's brand new. Right, that's a gift from my pal for being kind enough to lend me some meat. Right, I'll go in and get my meat. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, you're looking at me. I was going to show you this. Flip you around. There we go. Up at the head of the loch down here, roll a wee smoke. Oh, there's Willie. He looks more like Father Christmas than I do. Enjoying the wee drive down the loch side in the snow. It's awfully slippy. Pull in here, get a wee smoke. Need plenty of room for people to get by. It's great living here. It's just soul food. It's especially good when there's no work to do. Well, there is work to do, but I can't get to the work. And I've worked hard this week again. I spent all day yesterday in my workshop making those doors and getting it all nice and solid. I'm not the best joiner in the world by a long chalk, but I get the job done. It looks smashing, and I make things, I over-engineer things. Always have, just in case, you know. You're better to put a bit more effort into everything you do, I think, and then you're covered. You know, leave every job you do with a clean conscience, and then that way, because everybody's got an asshole pal, haven't they? Everybody's got one of their pals that, oh, let me have a look at what that workman done to your thing. Well, oh, you know, one of them, suck through their teeth and stroke their beard even if they don't have a beard. That kind of person. Everybody's got one of them. Everybody knows one. So for that reason, I anticipate them coming round and going like that at my work. So I deliberately over-engineer everything so that nobody can go, ooh, blimey. They all go like, oh, crikey, that's smashing. But like I say, I'm not a very good joiner. Well, I am. I'm alright. But, you know, I see my good pal, McNumpty. His name's actually McNulty. But I like to introduce him as, oh, hello everybody, this is my very good pal, Mr. McNumpty. You want to see his joinery work. Oh, for goodness sake. He's like a master craftsman. So he is. He's very, very good at it. And he over-engineers everything. See if he makes you a post box. Or one of the wee boxes for your eggs at the end of your driveway, you know. Right, if he makes you one of them, you hit it with a tank at 60 mile an hour. You break your tank. And everybody in this glen knows that's the fact. Mr. McNumpty. I wish I was as good as him. But he over-engineers everything as well. And, you know, his work is absolutely fantastic. The joinery side. So I'm not that good with the joinery side. But, well, I showed you those doors before. Did I? Oh, maybe I didn't. But you'll get to see the doors that I made yesterday. They're absolutely solid. I've treated them with the new sort of creosote. They call it creocoat. It's an oil-based. So I've slapped millions and millions of that on it. And then I'll install them. And when the weather gets a wee bit nicer, I'll put some white gloss on them. Because they were glossed before. But what's quite an honour about that particular job is that I'm basically replacing doors that were inspection. It's like a wee inspection bit underneath the watermill, so that, you know, if any work is needed to get in and work on the wheel and all the cogs and all the bits and bobs that, you know, turn the mill, it was like a wee hatch door for them to get in and out. So what I've been doing is just replacing what very, very well could be the originals. So that's quite an honour. I'll tell you something else as well. The actual wheel on the side of the mill is the original. I mean, I'm not 100% about the doors, but I mean, they're that old and buggered, the ones that I took off, so you'd imagine they might be. But anyway, but the wheel, back to the wheel. The wheel is certainly the original. All the paddles are away. It's off kilter, off its spindle, but the spindle's still there. And the metal spokes in the centre, where the metal spokes go out, they're all still there. And what's going to happen is, I'm going to betterise it. Aye. Mike, who owns the house, he's asked me if I'd be interested in that wee contract, and I certainly will be. I mean, that's the sort of work you do for nothing, isn't it? Just for the thing, to say you've done it. I'm certainly not going to do it for nothing. But you would. I would have had plenty of money if money wasn't an issue. I'd do it just for the is it pride? Is it, I don't know, kudos? Something like that. But it's great. So what's going to happen is, it's like a big steel band, the wheel, that come in, I think they're about just short of 2 metre pieces that are bolted together with great big nuts and bolts. So that's what we're going to get dismantled, and the spindle bit and the spokes, everything that's metal, that's what we're going to get dismantled, and it's going to go away. It's going to get shot blasted, sandblasted, and then powder coated, and then it'll all get delivered to me. I don't know where I'm going to be at the time. I mean, it was going to be, you know, my cottage. I was going to do it there. It'll all get delivered to me wherever. I'll find somewhere for it, it's fine. In pallets, and then what I'm going to do is make the new paddles and everything that's wood. I'm going to make all that, and I'm going to put it all back together. So what we'll do, I'll certainly be YouTubing that. What we'll do is we'll put it all together, make the paddles and everything, get millions of varnish on it as like a dry fit, and then it'll all have to be sort of taken down again, put back on pallets, and then shipped over to the mill, and then it'll get reconstructed, stuck back on the wall. I don't think Mike's going to have it actually turning, excuse me, because they cut a wee bun that used to run underneath the wheel, and that's since been filled in. So the only way that he could probably have it turning is to put some kind of electrical sort of thing on it to move it round. So anyway, it's going to be lovely. It'll be great. You know, now there are 900 and something of us. I'm quite overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed a couple of videos ago, a couple of months ago, when I was making a video to say, I can't believe it, I've got 100 subscribers. And now there's, you know, 950 of us. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you very, very much. Because I've said before in videos, you know, I'm going through a terrible depression. I'm going through a terrible eviction that put me into a terrible depression. And just doing these videos changed that. You know, I mean, there was other things. I had to get my head out of my ass one day. You know, but the videos and the comments and the support and all the kind offers of work and, you know, encouraging words, and I've got some fantastic subscribers. I mean, you're all great, but some of the comments that some people are leaving me are very, very encouraging. It just puts your faith back in humanity. You know, when you're dealing with, you know, some asshole in your life that's doing a shitty thing and doesn't care about, you know, destroying your life, you know, that sort of dents your faith in people, doesn't it? But the whole YouTube thing has certainly cheered me up, and there's 950 something of us, like I say, and the channel isn't about me just sitting here talking shite and showing you all the lovely views and playing plinky plunky music. The channel's actually supposed to be about me converting the Mercedes Vario into what's going to be my full-time home. So that's been sort of paused for a while. And we're just talking. Just talking. Well, people like to talk. You know, there's a smashing wee spot here. Come on, we'll go for a wee walk. It's awfully windy. I hope you can hear me. That's handy, because see that wee gap in the trees there? That's where I'm going to be parking the tank. Right here. I want to show you. You see, now it's winter, there's no tourists, so I've got all this to myself. Park right in here. Yeah, lovely. And then there's a bit further up there. It's got more of a stone road that takes you to it. That'll be a smashing place, because the internet's fantastic here. I'm very close to the shop, and they plough the road here, so this will be a great spot in the winter. Get all cozied up, get my fire lit, get a movie on. I'm quite keen on those Marvel movies. I can't get enough of them at the moment. But I think tonight I'm going to watch the Jason Bourne movies. Familiar with it? The Jason Bourne, Bourne Identity and Bourne Ultimatum and all that carry on. He's like a young James Bond on steroids or something, isn't he? He's great. So I like all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I've got my lovely piece of meat off my pal. I'll show you. There it is. Oops. There it is. Nice big piece. Can you see? So what I'm going to do, excuse me, is I'm going to put that on the. I'm going to light the fire in the cottage that I'm being evicted from, with a cold hand and a cold bloody heart. And I light the fire, and I put that in the tagine on top of the fire in the front room. Bit of garlic, you know, and all that. And then put some totties in it and a bit of veg and all that, and that'll be my dinner. Lovely. Because like I say, I've been waiting a year. For my pal to be bringing me some meat, so I had to borrow meat. It's quite a thing, isn't it? So there you go. That's about it. There's not much to say. But I just had to show you. What it's like in the winter, because it's bloody lovely. It's fantastic. Oh, here's the thing. Right, some of you know I'm a Bible basher, you know, and I don't bash on about it. But if you want to know anything, got any questions, see those difficult questions that some Christians might run away from. Oh, I don't know. That means this. It means that. They're guessing. There's answers to everything. People can't get their head around the Trinity, for example. Right. Well, the whole of creation is a Trinity. Ask any physicist, they'll tell you. Ask a physicist, if you know a physicist, I know one. And ask a physicist, what is creation made of? In a nutshell, you know what they'll say? Solid, liquid, and gas. Aye. Solid, liquid and gas. So what is solid? Wait a minute, notice. No, creation isn't solid. Anyway, right. Yeah, creation, sorry. Creation is a Trinity because it's made of time. That's it. Bloody hell, Frank, get your head together. Time, space and matter. There, we got there, didn't we? Right, so all of creation is a Trinity. It's time, space and matter. So what's time? Time's a Trinity. Past, present and future. What is space? Space is length, depth and breadth. And what is matter? Matter is solid, liquid and gas. There you go. People can't get their head around the Trinity. Creation's made in God's image. Then there's only one sun in the sky, big shiny yellow thing, right? It gives off light, heat and rays. There's only one sun. There you go. So the thing I was thinking, on a Sunday, I might just do Sunday Psalms. When I was out in the Middle East doing my work out there, I started a couple of churches in a country that where Christianity isn't allowed. I was kind of allowed to do it because I was doing them on army bases. One was my base, my camp, and one was in it was an American. It was with the Green Berets, something like that. Anyway, but what I did, I started those churches. We were doing them on a Friday because Friday is their Sunday, and I preached on Psalm 91, and it's a psalm for protection, but it's commonly called by some the soldier's psalm. So of course I was preaching to a lot of soldiers, as well as some civvies, guys doing the kind of work I was doing. So we're out there in a dangerous situation, and Psalm 91 is unbelievably good. It talks about if you have your faith in God, He's got your back. Basically, He's got your six. And there's a story. There was 2 towns in America during World War II, and all that they were farm towns. So all the young men were drafted up to go to the war. And because they were farmers, they weren't that educated. That's it, sideways on. They weren't educated to be officers and that, so they were basically cannon fodder. And so all the men from the 2 two towns in America. They were sent out to like the front line, and they went to some of the terriblest places, you know, where the battles were raging and millions of young men were losing their lives. So what happened was, while they were all away, thank you very much. The people who were left behind in these villages, the older people and the wives and children, they'd gather together every day and they'd pray Psalm 91 for these young men that were away. And despite the fact that every single one of them were on the front line in some of the fiercest battles in World War II, every single one of them came home. Every one of them came home alive. So let me know what you think. I might do that Sunday Psalms every Sunday. Don't know, same time. I'll upload it at 12 o'clock, say, and we'll just go through one of the Psalms. Let me know what you think about that. It's awfully slippy this road. Right, I'll spin you round again. This has been a long video and there's not been much in it, just me talking shite. Hopefully you might enjoy the views, if not so much me talking. And I've certainly not forgot about you. I got a message off my pal Jackie. Jackie Midlife Crisis, she's called. She's a Scottish lassie, you can tell. I'll tell you something funny. She sent me a message, right? And she was using, you know, the Scottish spell check, right? Anyway, she sent me a message. You can clearly tell it's a Scottish person doing it, right? So underneath, right, she's writing in Scottish. What did she say? Oh, she might have said, "Oh, that's bra," or you know, one or two things, and typed it in Scottish, how you pronounce it in Scottish. And underneath the comment, the YouTube thing must have picked it up and says, "Do you want to translate this to English?" so the YouTube thing, it can't understand Scottish. So there you go. I could probably say anything I want, anything terribly political and all that carry on, you know, where people get sent to prison for 40 words. I could probably say that because YouTube wouldn't pick it up because I'm speaking Scottish. But I know they that. No. Funny though, eh? Aye, so Jackie, Midlife Crisis, sent me a thing to say, have you forgot about us? Because did your investments pay off so you forgot about us? Well, Jackie, I certainly haven't. No. You sent me some lovely comments. I'll always remember you, darling. So don't you worry about that. Aye. But yeah, that investment, that crypto, you know, I wish I had thousands in it, because if I had thousands in it, I'll have a squillion quid right now. Right, that's it. That's all I've got to say. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the snow is so delightful. And if there's no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, hi, the new Jimmy. Oh, hi, the new Jimmy. Oh, hi, the new Jimmy. Oh, hi, the bloody new. You know what? I'll be lucky to get home. You know, there's a lovely wee river here. Well, it's a burn. And there's gold in it. People go gold panning in it. And they have good days. A couple of years ago, there some boys came from East Kilbride, and I think they got about £400 or £500 each, and not in weight, in money. But we go for a wee walk up the side of the river. Come on, we'll go for a wee walk. That's my friend's house there, Morag, and that's how she's an artist. She's got one of those gypsy caravans that she has as a studio She's a lovely old lassie. Do you know, a couple of years ago she got very sick. We're all worried about her. She looked like she was at death's door. And do you know what it was? Bats in the attic. And I don't mean up there. She's quite compass that way. But aye, she had bats in the attic, and the bats were, you know, sort of pooing and weeing, and the whatever chemicals were coming off that was in her lungs, and it took them months and months and months to find out what it was. And then she had to move out of her house so they could relocate the bloody bats. I mean, you know, sorry looking after these things, but I'd put an old lady before the bloody bats, so I would, you know. Anyway, she's better now. I'll turn this off. And we'll go for a wee walk down the side of the river. Might as well, eh? Not much else to do. This is an awfully long video. I don't think people are going to watch it all the way through. That's one thing I need to get up, is my watch time hours. I'll just go over the bridge. Look how lovely this is. You know, sometimes when this river's in spate, the water is right up here, just under this bridge. You should see it. Everything looks lovely in this snow. Christmassy. I've even been putting Christmas music on lately. I do a thing. Yeah, tongue. I do this thing every year. They call it Frankie's Festive Fry-Up. And what I do is I cook breakfast. I buy it and I cook it all by myself. And on average, sort of between 50 and 60 people come to the cottage for their breakfast. And it's a great thing. It's, you know, because on Christmas Day you generally eat your dinner late, don't you? You know, it's normally like a mid-afternoon dinner that you have, and so you need something to eat. So what I do is I fill that gap, you know. So you get your breakfast, come and get your fill, have a good bit of crack with different people out of the glen, and sometimes people say, oh, I've not seen such and such for such a long time, and we all got together, had a great morning. See, everybody gets their breakfast. I mean, it's a full Scottish breakfast. I buy haggis. Last year I bought 9 haggis. Was it 8 or 9? I would say 8 haggis. 8 haggis. They were £9 each. Aye, and so it's a full Scottish breakfast. The whole shebang. So I'm up at 5 in the morning. I start cooking, and then I've got these bain-maries. I put everything in bain-maries. I get it all laid out in the dining room. And then there's a big table with a geyser on for hot water. It's got all the coffee and the tea bags and the milk and the sugar. And then you just walk round and everything's paper plates, paper cups, all biodegradable stuff, you know. And I also buy what do you call bamboo knives and forks and things like that. And I don't know who's, somebody's waving at me. Don't know who it is. Who is it? What is it? Oh well, I can't see them. What is it? I don't know who it is. No, they were waving at me, but I don't know who it is. Anyway, left me alone. Alright, so that's what we do. We do the fry-up, the Frankie's Festive Fry-Up. But this year, because I was uncertain about where I'm going to be living, certainly can't have 50 people in the tank in my Mercedes Vario. I asked if I could use the village hall, which makes sense, and it means that some of the older people can come and more people can come this year. So I'm going to think about that. We're going to do the Frankie's Festive Fry-Up in the village hall, and then it means, like I say, more people can come, and some of the older people that can't get transport and things like that. And if it was a day like this, on Christmas Day, then a lot of people won't be able to make it. So I'm going to do it in the village hall. So I asked my pal Ali, would that be okay? And he said, yeah. Anyway, he looked into it, and they don't want any money. So that's really kind. But it makes sense because they've got a big giant washing machine. They've got all the knives, forks, plates, cups, pans, everything. I could put the heating on the night before. And then a couple of people will probably help me with a bit of washing up and a bit of tidying up later on. And that's it. That's it all done. So that's what we'll do. I might even put it on the YouTube. Bloody hell, I've been waffling away for 45 minutes and 28 seconds. So I think that's about enough of my crap, And leave you to your day. Right, well, there you go. It's bloody freezing. You know, because there's no alternator in this van. Well, there is an alternator, it just doesn't work. I can't really put the heating on. But I'm on the way home now, so I'm going to. It's bloody freezing. There we go. Right, I'm away. I don't know if that video is of any interest to you whatsoever, because I can't even remember what I was talking about. Like I say, all my videos are unscripted, unedited. It's just me talking. I mean, the channel, like I say, was supposed to be about me doing the camper conversion. But as that's on hold, I keep making these wee videos to fill the gap. But, you know, it cheers me up. Have a wee laugh. See some nice views and things like that. I mean, there's people in America. There was somebody who's... Where were they now? Somebody in New Zealand. That's right. Somebody in New Zealand. You know, so... We probably don't get as much snow in New Zealand as we do here. And it's always different. Nice to look at something different, isn't it? The Scottish Highlands and the snow. Winter Wonderland. Right, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all ever so much for all your thumbs up and all your comments and everybody that subscribed and things like that. The channel will get better. You know, the content will obviously get better because when we're converting the Mario, we'll learn things together. And if anybody else is sort of thinking about doing the same, you know, you'll see my mistakes and all the things that I learn along the process. And then once it's done, we'll be going, you know, we'll be going smashing places, lovely views, because I'll be living in it, so it'll be a different place every night. I'll probably make maybe at least 2 videos a week, so the content will get better as time goes by.